Welcome everybody to the Predicted 11. We are in Uganda. As you can see, we're at the Equator. Cecil is on the southern side.
Yep, correct.
And Robbie is on the north side.
London.
I'm right on the middle, like, you know, so I'm really not north or north south.
No,
Let me introduce myself today. I'm not the lead judges today. I am the Silverback Warrior.
He's still
Just a silverback of the day, wasn't it? There was no warrior, there was no champion, there was no of the world.
Honestly, I don't know how you're claiming that, man. Look, after people are going to see it when the documentary
evidence
comes
is
out.
there.
This guy's an absolute disgrace on that track.
I can't wait for the
I have got the certificate to show.
We all got the certificate.
No, but I've got a special one. Did you see my gold one?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Gold printed, like, it just said like Silverback. I don't know what that means, like, you know. But there you go. Now listen, as you can see, I have got Robbie and Cecil with me today because Ty is on the flick bus trying to get out of here to Uganda. we don't know where he is, but he couldn't make
about
it.
a bus that just went past that had a picture of Gabriel Jesus on it.
It could have been on that, like, you know. So.
And in honour of Ty, thank you to the Predicted 11. Thank you to AFTV for having me on this. Peace. Peace.
Oh, there you go, like, no.
In honour, just to make you feel better.
Even though we're out here in Uganda, we've had some big news. Couple of players we didn't think that might not be.
You didn't think?
Yes, I didn't think. Weren't going to be available, but they could be because they are training. So we'll go into that in a moment. But first of all, goalkeeper.
Yep.
I'm going to ask Connor something in a second, but goalkeeper is straightforward, David Ryan.
David Ryan.
Straight right. Right back now. Was there any signs of timber today? Thumbs up or not? Like thumbs down, no timber, like, you know. This is good.
There was no thing. It feels like it's been
6
forever.
weeks now.
Ages, man. Ages.
6 weeks now, like,
Big
you know.
miss.
Will he be
Big
back
miss.
by the end of the season?
This could be a good addition, like someone like Conor Brackgan telling us yes or no, like, you know.
He's the forgotten
Thumbs
man a little
down.
bit, Timber, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are you going for then? Like, if really now out of two, then it's going to either be Mascara or Ben White. I thought Ben White played very, very well attacking.
Who do you want to play in the
But
Premier League?
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking defensively.
Exactly
I'm going
what
for
I'm
Mascara.
going for.
You know what I mean? He's got a little bit more speed to him. You know what I mean? I just think Mascara,
I don't know.
defensive modes, you know what I mean, which we will be in for a lot of that game. We're going to have to do a lot of suffering. And I think he's just got more pace. So I go Mascara right back.
So for the Premier League game, just sorry to jump in, then what you're going to say that Ben White's going to start that game?
No, I'm not necessarily saying that at all. I'm just saying for this game.
I do for the game against Fulham because we're at home.
Maybe for Fulham.
More of an attacking game, and it depends how the game goes on Wednesday. Whether it will be Ben White or Mascara in
Yeah, I want
game,
to see. I want to see Mascara for sure. But I just think at this moment in time, with his pace and everything, he's a better bet.
I don't really agree with Robbie a lot, but Cecil, I'm going with that.
Yeah, I was going to...
What about left back? What are you going to go for? Are you making a decision? Or?
Yeah, go on. I've got to stick with you on Mascara. Okay, left back.
Left back two, I think it's going to be out of two again, like
Calafiori
is training, of course, as we know. Or I'm going to say it now, Nketiah, I thought was outstanding.
He was outstanding on the weekend. He's been outstanding since he's come in.
He's been unreal.
And for me, I'd start him.
Yeah, I'm with that. So
I'm with
two central defenders, Saliba and Gabriel. That's quite straightforward. Midfield's going to be interesting. Do we stay with the same midfield, or
I would for this game. Yeah, I would. You know, and obviously a lot of people complain about the fact that you have Zubimendi and Rice, but I think this is the type of game where you need Zubimendi and Rice. You need some defensive stability. We're away from home. We need to be solid. So I would definitely have them two in there. And then Martin Odegaard as the number 10. I think I would go with that. You know, a bit of experience as well. You know, we're going to be under a lot of pressure in that game. We've all been to that stadium. We know what it's like. So I would stick with those three.
It's annoying. I'm frustrated myself. I want him to twist a little bit and try something different. But I don't know if this is if it's
twist
his
with
first
what?
leg.
Twist with
like
what?
just put a DM in there, like a Rice. And then you've got Eze and Odegaard at your disposal. Like, put them in.
Or Miles Lewis-Skelly, who come on in the
come on
last
as
few
well.
minutes.
I'm dying to see a bit more. After that Newcastle game, I want to see something.
Yeah, but this is a different type of game, bro. This is a Champions League semi-final
away from home.
right? You go and mess up in
factor.
that game. This is one game where I do feel
Got to go with
a little
tried
bit
and
of
trusted.
caution is needed, right?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
mess
I'm
up
with you.
in your first leg, like what Tottenham did, like what we've seen all the English clubs.
Yeah.
City did it, all of them, all messed up in
This
their
is why I'm
first
annoyed.
leg, and every single one of them are out.
That's why
right?
I'm annoyed, because I feel like I'm going to have to write off.
Well, it's not an annoyance.
Write off this game. It's just going to be a boring watch if he's not going to try something different. Do a little, add someone in that midfield. I know. Listen, we can do that at the home game. I think it's getting over the line in this first game, get a draw or win it. So I understand that, but I just feel like we're just not going to be. I don't know. I want to see something different. I just don't think he's not going to do it now.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm sort of trying to go back to when we played.
By Leverkusen? Or
and Sporting and going out. And that midfield was Zubimendi, Rice and Odegaard. We got a 1-0 win. It weren't pretty, but we got the job done.
It's worked for us in the Champions League. Why would anybody want to change that up now when that's worked so far in the Champions League? You can argue in the league and that, but definitely what we be, especially away from home in the Champions League, why would you change it?
Because I just feel like the Barcelona's defence wasn't good, but their attack is. I feel like we can offer more in attack.
But we scored goals. Hold on, but we scored goals in this competition. We scored lots of goals. We beat them 4-0 when they got. I know it's a different game.
Recent ones we have like Bayern.
But we're through. We're in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Barcelona were brilliant attacking. Where are they?
What you're saying,
we got better defence than Barca.
What you're saying is they're a little bit vulnerable and you want to exploit
I want to exploit it, and then we got our defence is better than Barcelona.
But that's when you catch them on the counter. Barcelona ain't here, They're out.
But we
beaten over both legs.
Have we got to worry about the opposition, or is it where we got to take it to them?
I think
them to worry about us.
I think it's both. I think they will be worried about us.
They're practicing set pieces and stuff. They are worried.
That show they're worried, but I think they will be worried about us. And I think how you got to look on it, right, is you got to say that right now the form team in this tournament has been us. We ain't lost the game. What are we changing?
Right,
this is one thing where we stick with what we got.
I'm sticking with Robbie on that. I think go with the tried and trusted. Now this is going to be interesting debate on the left-hand side. Do we? Eze is training, so like the chances
100%.
If he's training, like you're not going to risk him. You're going to play him in this game.
100%. He's in form. I said it. I remember saying it around about. Remember we was doing the Forever Arsenal sort of earlier on. I think it might have been just before Christmas or just after. I said, I think I was saying to Jack at the time, he hasn't really hit the heights so far, but he could be a player that finishes the season really strongly. We've seen him do that a lot of time for Palace. I think he's really important to us right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Guy capable of scoring goals, guy capable of magic. If he's fit, that's the big question. He's training. They did say it was a little precaution. Has to play.
I think he knows. He gets in form in his start time as well. I think he's a confident player anyway, but I think deep down he's very, very confident about how he can affect the season for Arsenal in this back-end period. So I think you have to start him. Even when he come off, I think he was just like...
It's a precaution.
Yeah, he was... I'm not going to... Listen, I'm not saying he was thinking like this, but he got his goal and thought, listen, he might have a little bit of a twinge. Let me just save myself because I'm gonna be needed to be back for this next game.
I like that. Actually,
so I think he'll do something big again in this game, and he might say, look, I'm ready. The right side's going to be interesting.
The right side's going to be interesting. Before we go to that, I'm going to go to the centre forward because there's two places up for two players I think are up for that position now, and there's going to be a trainer fault. I'm going to bring that trainer fault to it. Obviously, Havertz is not training, so he's out. So for me, it's either going to be Jesus or Gyökeres. Now, with Jesus, he plays that similar sort of role to Havertz, which has been chosen in the last couple of games. And also, I'm going to go to it and say to it, it's not necessarily we have to win this game, it's to maintain, get the draw. There is a shout for Jesus in this game, or do you go Gyökeres?
100% Gyökeres. He's done well in this competition. He's scored goals.
I will say one thing. I will say about that. I
don't have to manage or do that.
We're looking at what we think is going to be predicted as well. So that's a great point, Cecil. Thank you. But what I'm saying is, I felt that we lost control of the game against Newcastle. Arteta likes to have control of the game, Rob. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's necessarily right, but he likes to have control. Will he feel that he get more control with Jesus in that role?
Bringing the other players.
Not for me. Gyökeres, you say we lost control. If he'd have been a bit better with the ball, he could have played someone in, we could have scored. He was the one, possibly they should have had a player sent off.
That's an indictment on him.
He was causing, but he was causing
players aren't trusting him.
But he was causing problems. And in the Champions League again, you guys think your memory, he's played very well for us. He's a top goal scorer, I'm sure, either him or Martinelli in this tournament. He's played well. He has to play. Atletico Madrid wanted to buy him in the summer.
Keep that same energy when you go to the right side.
Yes, keep that same right energy to the right side.
Well, let's wait.
Well, you wouldn't play Gyökeres?
No,
Would you play Gyökeres?
I actually think Jesus.
You're going to play Jesus.
I think so.
You know what, right?
I like
this.
Victor,
This is
but
crazy,
bro.
right? Because people will be like, I don't want to see Jesus again in the play.
I've always liked Jesus.
And then he'll come on and make like one appearance for 5 minutes, and then people are saying he should play.
It's not that for me. I'm looking at it, I don't know how you're looking at it. I want us to get control. I don't think we get that with Gyökeres. We're going to get more of that with Jesus. I don't think we're going to get much more with him on that. I think Havertz is going to be a big blow, particularly for this game. But I'm not being impressed.
I'm saying Jesus as well, because Jesus can't do a full 90 either. Victor Gyökeres will get a lot of minutes. I don't think the players trust him. That an Odegaard thing is stuck heavily in my head. Like, I'm like, how could he have not played that pass? I mean, even
let me ask you, right? You said the players don't trust him, right? 2 players are through one-on-one, right? In the last minute of a game. One's Victor Gyökeres, one's Jesus. Who do you trust more?
I would trust Victor Gyökeres more.
Here you go.
But do the players,
Right.
the players aren't passing to him. I've seen players do interviews about who's the most skillful, who's the fastest. No one ever mentions Victor Gyökeres. Like, the players seem like they have a more of a relationship with, they say skillful, Jesus is the more skillful player. It seems like they want, I don't know, they seem like they like him
with
more.
1 minute to go, and it's a 4 versus 1 situation, who would you prefer to have in it, Gyökeres or Jesus?
Jesus to make the pass.
There you go, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
but
I don't think it's clean cut, this position.
For me, I think it is. I think if you want to get goals away from home in a tight game, right, and Gyökeres is clean through, he's more likely to score than Jesus.
I feel for Gyökeres.
If he ain't working,
I actually feel for him.
If he ain't working, you can bring on Jesus later on. Right? We need to win this game,
Okay.
or at least get a good result.
Yeah.
So for you, top goal scorer on the right hand side is Martinelli then?
Yeah, must be.
You know what? That's not a bad shout, because I've not been convinced in the last couple of games by Madueke. I think he's had.
By the way, Saka is
available.
So Saka's available.
Now, if Saka is fit, I said it when we were doing the show down by where we went to see all the gorillas at, right? If Saka's playing, what are you touching him for?
You've just said about goal scorer.
Are you sticking with?
So you're changing your principles now.
Guys, you can go back and watch the video.
You're changing your principles like you change your trainers.
I said, if Saka's fit, he has to play. 100%. You need your best. This is a Champions League semi-final.
Martinelli's the most informed player in the Champions League.
No time for. Yeah, but he's been better off the bench. If he's not fit, I would start Martinelli. I wouldn't start Madueke. He's not convinced. He's not been in form, has he?
No.
Over the last few games, I would start Martinelli. But if Saka's fit, it's not even a question for me. He comes immediately in. Not even playing for like 55, 60 minutes, then take him off.
Not for me. See, I'm playing Saka on the bench and making sure that he is fresh for Fulham.
Yeah, you can come off the bench.
That's my personal.
But then you could take him off after 55, 60 minutes.
Yeah, you could do that
Have
way.
him in
But
from the
is
start.
that how you want to go on a semi-final? Like, give him minutes.
Well, he's just coming back.
Yeah, so that's my
I'll
worry.
start Martinelli.
So why off the bench? Why not start him? He's our best player.
He is that's a good thing. He is our best player. But you've got Martinelli. Or listen, if Martinelli wasn't available, and it's out of Madueke and Saka, I'm going to go Saka. But I've got that.
He's the most informed player for Arsenal in the Champions League. He's our top goal scorer in the Champions League as well. He's produced good moments. And do you know what? He works hard going back. If he needs to defend as well. I know Saka can do that, but you don't want to overexert him. You don't want to overexert.
Martinelli's better off the bench all season. We've seen
defensive duties as well.
We have seen that at the end of the day, but you're going to go for
Martinelli.
I'm going to go for Martinelli. You're going to go for Saka. So that's it. You know, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be honest. It was much easier to control Ty than these two.
No, never.
And that is saying something. All right. But thanks for watching the show. We're of course out here in Uganda. Weather is just starting to look good. I've got loads of people watching as well, which is unreal.
We have. By the way, just to remind them, big watch along we're doing.
Yeah,
tomorrow
so
as well,
you
over
go
here
over
in
there.
Uganda. We're doing it at the Serena Hotel, right? So make sure you check that out. The watch along that we did on Saturday was absolutely incredible. The fans have been brilliant over here. Everywhere you go over here, I keep saying it on every video, you just see people in Arsenal tops. You see people are just around us now. They got Arsenal tops on. And we haven't handpicked nobody. You can just walk down the road, and it's the most supported team in Uganda, without a doubt. Facts. So we're going to be at Serena Hotel. Looking forward to that big watch along for that game. Champions League semi-final, Atletico versus Arsenal.
That's it from us. We're out of here. We're back on our What are they actually called? Like
SUVs.
Jeeps.
Yeah.
For another 14 hours before we get to the hotel. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you at the next one.